Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And today I'm going to answer a question that I get all the time, and essentially what people are saying or asking is they're letting me know they are experiencing an abnormal amount of social anxiety, and they wonder if it has anything at all to do with their awakening, and more importantly, what can they do about it? How can they stop it, help it, reduce it, etc.? So I'll go into that. I experienced social anxiety a lot of my life, and then especially a lot once I started to go through an awakening process. And there certainly is, at least in my experience, and I think if you just understand what an awakening essentially is doing, that for everybody, by definition, there is going to be a degree of social anxiety, because awakening, ascension, is all it really is. Very, on a fundamental, very simplistic level, it is just you're becoming more aware. You're more conscious, more consciousness. And consciousness is just awareness of your awareness. There's becoming more awareness of your awareness. And as you become more conscious, more aware, you can just perceive more of yourself, more of other people, not just their physical forms and what they're saying to you. You can perceive their energy, their emotions, what they really think about you. And as you awaken, it's sort of like you're on this climb. You're on this like road of expansion, and there's very little time to actually become acquainted. It's just you're on this like elevator, and the elevator never stops. You don't get a chance to stop and say, okay, here we are, okay, we're pretty damn high up, but I think we'll have a seat now. I'm getting used to it. No, this elevator does not stop. So there's just this underlying feeling of like your own tension and your own anxiety, and now that you can perceive more of people's like aura bubbles, and they're globs of emotions and intent and everything, it's an intense experience. And when you're in a social situation, my goodness, that's when it's really amped up. So that's why a lot of people, you're more sensitive in general, but you don't tend to be provoked as much when you're just sitting in your apartment doing something very familiar to you. But when you go out and you're around other people, and it's always unpredictable what people are going to say and do and think, and you can feel it so intensely, yeah, there's a lot of social anxiety involved with awakening. So what do you do about it? I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you an opinion that differs than a lot of other people, a lot of what I hear. I think there's a movement, a big influence in the spiritual awakening community that tends to keep people immature and little babies. A lot of people will give you a cop-out, an excuse for your social anxiety. Oh, it's just you're so sensitive, dear. You're so sweet, and you're so loving, and that's why you're so open. And you need to be clear. You need to clear yourself of everyone's negative, icky energy. No, I'm sorry, that's bullshit. It's not true. The anxiety is only going to be there because you have issues that are being provoked and triggered by other people. Other people, relationships, being in a social setting is a great atmosphere to do a lot of inner investigation and a lot of inner growth. And because you're more aware of yourself and other people, you tend to have a lot of information sort of bombarding you, again, catalyzed by these experiences of other people being in close proximity to you. So how do you stop it? What most people do is they take drugs or they avoid going out in public. But what they're doing is they're putting their awakening and their evolution on a standstill. I recommend you, if you really, this is a big issue for you, you get out there a lot. And you always ask yourself, why? Why does this situation, why does this person's opinion, why does my sense of this person not liking me bother me? Why am I uncomfortable in this setting? Where did I learn to be uncomfortable around people? Who do I know that was uncomfortable around people? Maybe your parents? Maybe someone else who had a big influence on you? You just start at this, I don't know the answer for you. It's going to be a lot of different answers. But the way I've dealt with it is to keep asking why and to own it, to take responsibility for your anxiety, because it's only there because you put it there, because you're allowing it to stay there, because there's something unconscious that you're avoiding. And this situation is attempting to help you discover what that is. But if you just run and hide from it and shield yourself from it, you're never going to know what that is, and you're always going to have it there unconsciously. And those unconscious issues are going to continue to influence your thinking, your emotions, and your actions. and therefore are going to trip you up in some way in life. So the fact that you have a lot of awareness of your already present social anxiety is a good sign, because that means you're at a stage where you're ready to finally transcend it. It can take a little while. I had intense social anxiety for not a very long time, but longer than I would have preferred. But now I can go in the same situation that used to provoke incredible, palpable anxiety in myself and feel completely neutral. Maybe not blissful. Sometimes being in the presence of negative people doesn't always feel great, but there's none of my own anxiety there, and I can be sort of comfortable and in my own little bubble, impervious to whatever people are thinking or doing. Now, I don't do that 100% of the time, mind you, but it's gotten better. I've dealt with so many of my issues that, generally speaking, I can go into a social setting and feel good, feel like I can be myself comfortably, unrestricted and uninhibited by my social anxiety that used to completely stifle my ability to communicate, so much so that I used to get visibly beet red and sweat and fumble my words and stutter. I was a complete mess for a long time. Overly sensitive, overly anxious, overly nervous. But again, there came a point where I started to take responsibility for it. I tried the antidepressants. I tried numbing it with heroin at a young age. And all that again did was hold me back from the growth that was attempting to help me move forward in my life and get on with my business. So that the awakening again is going to sort of kick that up a notch for you, because the awakening is trying to help you reveal all these unconscious wounds within yourself so you can become a more fully functioning, integrated, holistic being of light, and then go forth with peace and inner harmony and imbue others with your grace and love and light, essentially. So I hope that helps you guys. I will speak to you in the next video. Have a good day. Peace.